cops tell biker gangs to wear makeup as harsh new laws ban face tattoos. Members of illegal motorcycle gangs in Western Australia have been urged to conceal face tattoos with makeup and plasters as the state enacts draconian rules prohibiting the display of prohibited patches and insignias. The government will propose the criminal law, Unlawful Consorting and Prohibited Insignia, Bill 2021 into Parliament this week. The legislation, according to the press release, pledges to disrupt and limit the ability of those involved in serious and organized crime to plan, support, or encourage criminal activity, specifically by prohibiting bikers from associating with one another in public and from flaunting their club patches, whether in the form of patched vests, flags, or tattoos. These regulations constitute the most stringent and comprehensive reforms to combat organized crime of any Australian state or territory. 46 organizations, including illegal motorcycle gangs from all throughout Australia, have been apprehended and clearly listed in the legislation as part of the new forbidden insignia crime, State Attorney General John Quigley said. These organizations and their patches are intended to demonstrate association with criminality and to frighten others, including law-abiding residents in our town. This will cease once these laws are in place. Those who violate the new prohibited insignia offence face a 12-month prison sentence and fines of up to 12,000 Australian dollars, $8,864. Acting Police Commissioner Carl Blanche clarified on Wednesday, saying that even prominent markings like face tattoos would need to be disguised for criminals to escape criminal prosecution. Blanche told Western Australia radio station 6PR that would be unlawful, referring to a well-known and heavily tattooed member of the Australian Hells Angels who has club-affiliated initials and insignias etched on his nose and face. He must conceal any links to the club, whether it's on his face, or on his publicly displayed arms, or on anything else, his motorcycle, flag, or vest. Blanche proposed that people who have such face tattoos start with things like band-aids or makeup, or have it removed. Or alternatively, he added, people can have the option not to live in Western Australia if this law passes. The proposed anti-consorting and prohibited insignia rules, which would also give Western Australian police the authority to remove gang members gathered in public areas, have been compared to Queensland's Vicious Lawless Association Disestablishment (VLAD) Act, which was adopted in 2013. The VLAD regulations required members or affiliates of criminal organizations guilty of a severe crime to serve an additional 15 to 25 years in jail on top of any prison sentence unless they provided information to law authorities. That bill was widely panned upon its introduction, with Amnesty International claiming that it breached international fair trial standards, and the mandatory punishments were repealed 3 years later for being excessively punitive, in the opinion of Justice Alan Wilson. Queensland's VLAD legislation were harsh, but they specifically targeted bikers. Under the pretext of relating to all organized crime, these laws can apply to everyone in the state, he explained. They would apply to any group with members who have been convicted of severe crimes. Any individual and their associates would be affected. This legislation has major human rights implications, and I'm surprised it hasn't sparked the same level of outrage as VLAD. I would argue these laws are far worse and need an effective watchdog to ensure they aren't abused.